Hello and welcome to Get Your Pets Out, the podcast where pet obsession meets comedy. With me, your host, Eva Binderman. Forgot who I was there for a second, but always up here somewhere. And my co-host, Barry Binderman, the tortoise, who remains not answering their emails in the box in the shed. So I'm having to use Joy and Fiora, the troublesome twosome of cats, that are temping at an extortionate day rate until he wakes up and comes back. This week, we are talking to Abi Clarke. She's going to hate that I just called her that, because she is so much more than just a TikTok phenomenon. She is I've known her for years, and she's always been a fantastic comedian. But she, when the rest of us were all just drinking ourselves into little pits and making sourdough starters in lockdown, she was making fantastic sketches and building this online community of comedy fans. Not only is she a talented comic, but she also has a disgustingly high work ethic at the same time. Since lockdown, she has been on the telly, she's all over the internet, and some of the best comedy stages in the country. It's fantastic. I've just come back from supporting her on her tour, Abi Clarke Role Model. Cannot recommend the show enough, and not just for the opening act. And she's killing it, and it's been a delight to have a comedian and a friend on the podcast as well. She featured cats a lot in her early sketches during lockdown, and they have been a big part of her life and family as well. So let's have a listen. Here it is, Abi Clarke.
Hello.
Welcome to my podcast cell.
Heaven. I'm in heaven. There's a cat on my knee. And she looks rather twee.
It's the echo that's giving that a sort of like sinister vibe.
She's so small.
In case you're listening to this on an audio,
my knees are tiny, by
format.
the way. Tiny knees, tiny cat. That just to give scale of the cat.
She is tiny. She's
curled up.
She's 90%
on a singular
fur.
knee. Doesn't even need both legs.
I would say on a kneecap. She's just balanced like the top of
She's
a
like
pin.
one of those goats that can just balance on a mountain. Do you know what I mean?
Or the fainting ones. No. My knowledge around goats is very much around drama.
Have you not seen like those goats that just like stand on a sheer cliff edge?
No. I've been judged by Fiora.
Fiora has. God, I cannot get Fiora out of my head now.
We've got. In case anybody hears purring or wonders why we're talking about cats on knees, and you're not watching this, you're listening to it on an audio format. We are joined again by Joy and Fiora, our fantastic producers, cats. One of them's just chosen me as a.
Shh, don't speak too soon.
Okay, nobody move.
Everybody be
Oh my God. And so because Barry, she moved again. It's worse when they come onto me. Yeah. That sounds worse. And then reject me, which actually is my experience throughout most.
What you should do is just put up barriers that no one can get down, and then you can never be rejected.
Yes. I mean, I've worked. That's how it's worked.
Not talking from experience.
We've been joined by Joy and Fiora, ragdoll cats. Yeah. And
the cats they have on Blue Peter.
The smallest of which, Joy, is perched upon Abby's kneecap. And the largest of which just circles me, looks at me with disgust.
And is now digging in the litter tray.
Now it's making eye contact
she
with
wants
me
to make this as uncomfortable as
big
possible.
Shit in the corner. So it's very much a different vibe. And I think that's probably because we have different... I'm a reptile and dog lady.
That's not a thing.
There are reptile dogs.
That's not a type of person.
Cold-blooded dogs.
No one goes, are you a cat person or are you a reptile dog person?
I'm a reptile dog person. That's what I am.
Okay.
Tortoise dog person, because I'm not massively into snakes.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're a dog person who has a tortoise because they couldn't get a dog at the time.
No.
Let's just be honest about
I
it.
love Barry.
Would you get another reptile?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly.
But that's not because I don't love Barry.
Yeah,
the tortoise.
it's fine. We can't choose our children.
Because of how expensive electricity is.
Oh,
They're
God,
cold-blooded.
You've left him in the shed, haven't you?
Yeah. He was supposed to wake up 2
He
months
was like,
ago.
please,
And I'm like, no, there's no way I can put a heat lamp on in this economy. So...
That is crazy, actually.
Yeah, I know. That's when you find out how much you love a reptile. when you get the energy bill through.
And they live for like so long.
Much longer than my life expectancy.
Yeah.
I think as a northern woman, I'm probably expected to hit about 49. And less if I want to keep all my teeth. And Barry's...
Even less if you have to keep paying for his heat lamp.
Yeah, right?
You'll freeze first.
I think so. I think I'll be in the shed outside. But Barry, it is handy that he goes out for a little bit, but I love him very much, and I put on the heat lamp for as long as I possibly could, and then I put him in a box in the shed. And that's where he remains. So now we've got Joy and Fiora, and you would be more of a cat person.
Yeah.
Okay, so your answer is so much more direct.
Well, this is the thing. Life's so much easier since I admitted that to myself. Because I think before that, to that question, it angered me, actually. It angered me that we had to choose.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all fluffy animals are adorable.
No need for that shade, but never mind.
But I was like, I just love animals. I was like, I love dogs and cats equally. Why have I got to pick a side?
Cold-blooded
right?
creatures.
But then I started doing Borrow My Doggy, and it turns out dogs are really annoying. They're adorable. Oh my God, I love to look at them. I love to pet them. I love to film them. But when you put me like solely responsible for one,
yeah,
for like an elongated amount of time.
Oh my God, you want to go outside?
Yeah, like, because you're like, I have stuff to do. And they're like, no, you have to walk me now.
Yeah.
And
Pay
then
me
you walk
attention.
them. And then they're like, no, I want to sniff this bit for like 5 minutes. And then you're like, okay, we're finally off. And then they sniff again. And then they have to poop. And you're like, we're late. And I lost my temper very quickly.
So it's the...
I was like, I have a life, okay? I can't give you everything. And this is why I worry that I shouldn't be a parent.
Yeah, I mean, those things would definitely
I think I'm
link
too
up.
selfish. I'm not willing to give up anything that I want.
But incredibly self-aware.
For another being.
I mean, maybe you are a cat.
But cats want nothing from me.
No.
Oh, I am a cat.
In what way?
Like, every way. Just any time, just like anyone who's ever dated me has
Right.
been like, you're a cat.
Could you stop vomiting up hairballs at the end of the bed?
Just shitting
pouring my
everywhere.
chest for no reason.
Just hit him in the middle of the night.
Awake
Start
at random
screaming when
hours.
I'm hungry. Just like, I'll only do affection when I want to do affection.
I think that's
Well,
very
that's
reasonable.
Consent.
That is
and again,
consent.
this is why cats are great. Because they teach us. But it's in like, if you many times someone is, well, you know I don't like hugs.
I do. And I don't like hugs. And I think that's why we have got along.
Yeah.
Because we have never...
We've never had to hug.
We had to hug before your show in London at one point because I felt like it was such a big moment. But I remember taking a breath
God, I
to
don't
steer
remember
myself.
that.
You were delirious.
Yeah,
you were like, you
that's-
had dissociated completely and you actually received the hug and hugged me back. And we both felt a little bit weird about the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then another act joined in on the hug and that was, she's a hugger.
Oh.
She's a hugger. So...
God, I've blanked this. From
yeah,
my
I'll tell you more
mind.
about the evening if you like. The biggest
Where
evening
was
of
it?
your professional life so far.
What are we talking about?
There's only a couple of thousand
So like,
people.
I feel like I'm the kind of person you like. If you come at me on the sofa for a hug, I will
Even your phrasing.
give you that exact face. Like,
Come at me for
Exactly.
When you launch yourself at me
However,
aggressively for a
yeah.
hug, then I will retaliate.
yeah, I will kick you.
Yeah.
Don't touch my belly,
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
etc. But when I want it
Yeah.
now, and if you want to get up to go like make food, no,
No.
I'm snuggling.
Then it's
I'm lying on you. You will stay.
you will stay exactly there, whether you have to waste away, wet yourself. Are you
I'm very standoffish, is what I'm saying. Standoffish and selfish,
selfish, demanding,
but adorable.
adorable? Thank God
So
you're
cute,
adorable.
So tiny
Thank
and
goodness.
cute.
And you are quite like sort of glossy, I must say. You've got a glossy sheen.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very well sort of
I
like...
played the game with my housemates recently. Like, you know, when people like look like their dogs,
Yes.
I'd be like, which dog would we each have that would look like
Ooh.
us? Which it basically is a roundabout saying, which dog are you?
Yeah, no one wants to be told pug, do they?
No.
Really?
No.
Don't say it. Don't look at me.
No, I actually know what yours is.
All right.
No, actually, it could be different. It could be...
The moon's quite large at this time, so just take that into consideration. We're changing into a different zodiac year.
You're saying you're a werewolf? What?
I'm saying it will land emotionally, but I'm ready for
Okay,
it.
no, I won't.
No, it's too late. It's the year of the snake. I'm ready for it. As a reptile lady,
Well, I was going to go with a Burmese mountain dog.
Oh my! I knew you were going to say that. I knew it's the barrel of whiskey around my neck, isn't it? It's the barrel of whiskey I carry around my neck. Everyone's like, "You're like a Burmese mountain dog." I'm like, "Get off my whiskey."
What is this? Not the first time someone said it.
No, it's not actually the first time someone said it.
There
I think
we
it's
go.
because I'm quite jowly.
I think it's the chaotic vibe.
What? Chaotic vibe, but
Apparently,
people are delighted when I turn
people
up
love them. Oh my god,
in
yeah.
chaotic
And isn't
situations.
that exactly. I got Chihuahua, so I'm not coming across well on this podcast. Is what we're
bang
learning.
on. That's bang on.
Thank you.
You're like, oh, I might stroke. Oh my god, it's bitten one of my fingers off. Oh,
Just like shaking
always
with anxiety all the
Oh my
time.
god.
What do you want?
I know you're a cat, but
Yes.
is your, because I know, do you have a pet at the moment? Because you're in London now,
Yeah, no.
chasing the dream.
Boy, am I chasing.
No, that dream
any
is
closer.
notoriously fast.
I think I'm just running. And I don't know in which direction.
At what point are you being chased?
I
or
just
chasing?
realised I had a cheat sheet and I left it in the other room because my cat is now looked after by my mum, which means she knows a lot more about him.
Bless her.
And she wrote down
Oh
all
my
the
gosh.
answers to your questions.
Your mum.
Your mum.
Having met your mum a few times, I love the fact that she's like, Abby will need to know these things for the pod. It's important that she doesn't look like she's lost touch with this cat.
She loves that cat more than me. And I've said it before and I'll say it again.
She loves
and
that
she's
cat.
never disagreed. Not once has she corrected me on that.
Just the mum smile where you're like, and then, but there's no rebuttal.
Yeah.
It's like, so you've
Yeah.
accepted the point, but you haven't said it out loud.
She says, this has actually been her response. She goes, I don't love him. And she was like, it's just different.
Yeah. It's just a different form of love.
She was like, I just love him in a different way. I was like, yes, more. That's
Unconditionally. That's what it is. And I've never been disappointed.
He never lets you down.
I've never been concerned nor disappointed. My mum said something similar because growing up, it was always clear that my sister was like my dad's favourite, but mum was a little bit more sort of equal with her. Sort of, it was hard to tell who was the favourite, and we wanted to know. So we said to mum, you know, Mum, who's your favourite out of me and Ian and Kate, like our siblings? And she said, oh, that's not fair. We've got so many pets. I was like, oh my God. I'm moving further down the line.
I respect that.
I mean, the answer is my brother. And then every dog we've ever had, 2 horses,
Oh.
a snake, 49 chickens, and probably then my sister, then another horse,
What was wrong with that horse?
then a large fish that outgrew its tank, which I didn't think was possible, and then me, actually, at the end of it, which is fine, totally fine.
Seems it.
And then her current dog, because
Oh.
yeah, it's a bit bitey,
Oh dear.
but very low. So it's only going to get your ankles.
That a sausage dog.
No, it was like a collection of dogs put together. It's like a Franken dog.
Oh, it's one of those ones.
Yeah, its tongue is too large for its mouth, so it just hangs out the side.
A classic.
Its back legs are very narrow together, like it's about to do a sort of like a pirouette. But its front legs are very wide apart.
Where did she get this dog?
She found it, and in Spain. She found it in Spain.
Oh no.
And its tail is like that of a beaver, and it swims real well. And at some point, I do think it might just be a beaver. Actually, maybe it can't walk on land, but if you lower it into the river, it has a great time.
I would really enjoy if she'd adopted a beaver.
Yeah, and she just got a little harness, and she's taking it for walks up Cheviot.
This dog needs me.
This
No
dog
wonder
needs
it's
me.
biting. It's like, let me go back to my family.
Yeah, I need to be in the water.
I need to try and guide children through Narnia.
I've got
things
to build
to
a
do.
dam.
Yeah.
Let me build
I
a
was
dam.
halfway through a dam.
and when it bites you with its big beaver teeth,
Oh, it makes so much sense.
it just right through you like a block of wood. I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. So your cat is with
Yes, sorry, my cat.
your
back to the
cat.
cat.
I flit around. But so your cat is now with your mum.
Yeah.
But has it always been with your mum? Because you lived with your mum.
Yeah.
Don't want to make you sound uncool, Abby.
For too long.
For quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But having met both your parents, I would also like to live with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Yeah, me too. Me too. At the end of your show, I just stood around at the end waiting for them to invite me over. Like, I also live near you. They're like, oh, good for you, Eva. Be gone.
I mean, to be fair, you were the one with the car.
Yeah.
And you made them walk. So that's clear.
Yeah. No invite, no lift.
No, it was my cat, though never really. Because I asked for a cat. This goes back in Clarke law, because we did nearly buy a cattery.
What?
Yeah, my parents nearly bought a cattery.
That's a step too far.
It was going to be a big life change. Acting was behind them. They were going to run a cattery and live out their dream in the countryside, just running this cattery.
Was this around the financial crisis?
I don't know.
Something happened with the shares.
And they said to us one famous night, if we don't get the cattery, we'll get a dog.
Oh.
Insane thing to say to your children. But big night for me and my sister. We had wanted a dog for our entire life. Quite desperately. We'd go to Crufts without a dog. I went to go watch Caesar Milan live without a dog. Joy looks furious with me. I'm so sorry.
Joy on your knees looks betrayed.
She's leaving. She's leaving.
She's strutting off in a sort of...
I pick cats now, please.
She's like, it's too late.
She's gone.
Oh.
Very slowly.
She's not sure.
Is there nothing wrong with this cat? Are we sure?
She's part pigeon. That's the problem.
She looks sweaty all of the time.
So do I.
It's a menopausal cat.
Perimenopause, how dare you. And she's just taken a different way. Oh, she was wanting to be still close to you, but just further away from me.
No, she's left. Okay. Does that mean I can go get my cheat sheet now?
No, you just have to remember everything.
But I want to know what my mum said.
I would love it if it was just a list of like really, really detailed, but like unnecessary, like detail.
It will be. It'll be
Like-
the exact grams he's given for food.
More like his star sign
Oh,
and
no.
whether that applies to.
My mum's not crazy. Anyway, so they were buying this cattery. And
The option was, hey kids, you can either have a dog or 85 cats at any one time.
a fair trade-off, I think. Because
yeah.
at the time, we desperately wanted a dog. So they were like, look, if you don't get the 85 cats, we will get
We
a
will
dog.
get you your dream creature.
And right at the end, it fell through with the sale, something dodgy. I don't know. I was a child. But we moved anyway.
Yeah.
And we got no dog. So I was torn out of school. I was cool at that school. It was the last time I peaked too early, and then we moved. So eventually, I was like, "Look, lads, you owe me a cat.
You owe me something.
You owe me an animal.
You owe me friends.
Yeah,
You owe me.
You owe me.
You owe me street cred, and you owe me 80 cats. So this cat
Let's start somewhere.
better be good.
So I'd asked for a cat for my birthday over and over again, and we went to the Cats Protection. First call, they were like, "We've got some kittens." We went, and they were under the sofa. They were pretty rubbish.
Pretty rubbish kittens.
Pretty rubbish kittens, but like I wasn't willing to wait for the next
No.
batch.
just
So I kind of peeked under the sofa and I convinced myself that one of them, I could fix.
Ah,
You know?
yes. Yeah.
I looked
know-
in. I wiggled a little feather. I looked in her eyes. She reached for the feather,
Oh.
and I was like, "We've connected, and you've never done that for anyone ever
We've
before."
soul bonded.
Exactly.
There was no before.
I was like, "This is the cat. I have to save her," and they said, "You also have to take her brother." And Heidi's now dead, and we have Jackal.
Is it Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
Mr.
Hyde?
Hyde, yeah. But we
And-
did Heidi because she was a girl.
But Hyde is the violent one.
Yeah, Hyde's the bad one.
Yeah, and Dr. Jekyll. And so was that sort of played out in their characteristics? Was Heidi? And also,
I guess in the sense that like Jackal is boring.
Oh, now I see why your mum has taken control of this.
No, he's cute. We love him. Like if I could kiss his head 1,000 times, I would.
Oh.
But he's a dud. He's an absolute dud. He's
gonna stroke Joy. Oh yeah, she feels nothing. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's all right.
Jackal would never do this.
Jackal wouldn't sit on your lap.
Jackal would never
Allow me to touch him.
Well, sometimes he likes fuss,
Yes.
but he doesn't like being near you.
Okay.
So, it's kind of like if you get him, but he's never going to like sit on your lap and watch telly with you
I see.
and snuggle.
I see. This sort of standoffish.
He's just always tense. It must be how people feel to hang out with me.
Yeah, he's like, I am seeing a few crossovers.
Yeah, it's very like he'll sit near you.
Yeah.
But
be interested.
You know here.
you.
You see here how Joy is loafed.
Yes.
You see the loaf position.
And very much half-baked.
The paws have gone beneath the body.
Yeah. I see no claw.
You will never see Jackal without his paws. He kind of just
And a
crouches.
small knife.
He's like
both.
he's just like this tense ball of muscle, always ready to go.
And is Jekyll... So you think Jekyll's tense?
Yeah.
Ready at all times?
He's also never grown into his paws.
Oh, he's got big paws.
He's got big paws.
Like a lynx cat. Just
yeah.
like,
He's like quite chode. He's just like
you know he's going to listen to this.
short and wide. Are you kidding? He'd only listen to it if Mum was listening to it. Mum's not going to listen to it. I'm not her favourite.
Why doesn't she like me?
She only listens to the podcast Jackal does.
We try to get him here. Turns out he's too violent. Too violent.
He just wouldn't sit here long enough.
I've got all the treats around this place. Treats, water.
No, he doesn't care about treats. He doesn't get touched by a dreamy. Doesn't care about toys.
Love dreamies.
He's numb. But he did go through a traumatic like life event.
Was it
But
happily
it
under the
actually
sofa?
made him friendlier. So
Some woman just pointed at him.
no, he nearly died.
How?
He got a bite. We're not sure if it was another cat or a fox, but let's say it's a fox to make it more dramatic. And it got infected, and he had a hole in his side, like a legit hole. You could see inside him.
Oh.
We took him to the vets, and
They were like, "What's wrong?" No, it's you got to turn him the other way.
Yeah.
It's very much how you can see right into him.
And then he nearly died, and they did like loads of crazy operations on him, and the vets were very pleased with themselves because they saved this cat that it should not have been saved.
And probably racked up about 15
Oh
grand.
yeah, it cost my dad's motorbike. This is
as
why they
well.
love him so much. They're like, we've invested so much, we can't
Sunk cost
not.
fallacy
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
And he won the Bravery Award at Viking Vets.
I didn't know vets did that.
Yeah.
That's...
I think it meant more, I want to brag about this surgery I did because it was very impressive. Let's put it on the wall.
The Bravery Award, as though the cat has given consent.
Yeah. But he came back. It was like breaking in a horse. Like he wouldn't have any touch fuss before vets.
Yeah.
But then he nearly died and he came back. And now, he still won't relax. But
Yeah, because he had a hole in his side.
He'll for a bit, he actually liked belly rubs. But that's now over.
When the sedatives wore off.
Yeah.
When the painkillers were
Oh my
retracted.
God, he was so soft bold. It really made me want a bold cat. It's like velvet.
Did they shave like just where
just the whole side.
one side?
On one side, but I loved it. And when it grew back, I was really quite sad.
Yeah, I that's a sort of smorgasbord of textures on one creature. Yeah, that's like having a sort of sphinx cat
It's like
and
what they give a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Sensory.
yeah, and it's got bald, it's got soft, it's got sharp, all in one.
Yeah, and he dribbles.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I've noticed Joy's dribbling on your leg a little
also
bit.
dribbles. Yeah, he dribbles when he's happy.
Okay.
He can't really control it. He's never been the same.
Yeah. How many surgeries did they do? Whilst they're in there, they're like, let's just mess around
He's
with his
just
brain.
a deeply traumatized cat. When we went to go adopt him from the people who were fostering, they were like, and this one we call him, and this one we call Bear because he growls. And she was like holding him, and he was like, "Arr." I was like, I think he doesn't want to be held. But she was just like, powering through. She's like, we just called him an ironic name.
Just like, if we're going to point anything out, I'm going to call you, lady, obtuse because you're ignoring all of the all of the signs. I call myself unresponsive because
I don't give a shit about the cat's needs.
Yeah. I'm paid by the hour to foster these things.
He was just there like, please put me down.
Please put me down. Please put me down. Or shave me. I love it.
I blame her.
I think so. I think it cannot possibly be anything.
I think Jekyll is like the best cat he possibly could be currently.
I think that's a lovely way of looking at it. Yeah. You guys have given him this big old safe place to live. I mean, and adored by both your parents.
Oh, so
saved
adored.
your dad from riding a motorbike.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically top tier. You're like, no. You're still thinking of his sister. That's what it is. Would you have a pet if you could, in London now?
Yeah, 100%. You could.
Cat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I still would like a
tortoise
dog
going
one
if you
day. No, I don't want a tortoise.
But
I'm not willing to have a dog until I can afford someone to walk him.
Have you got any pet regret? Is there anything that you wish you had known before getting a pet? Just even as a family?
I think my pet regret is... Well, when we got Jekyll and Heidi, my sister is more of an animal obsessive than me. She studied animal behaviour and psychology at university.
Wow. She's a pet counsellor.
She took kind of their transition to our home and their acclimatization very seriously.
I can imagine.
We also still already had a cat, Baggins.
You had a cat, existing cat?
An existing cat. So it was all like, oh, there's a lot of smells going on. We need to introduce them into the house.
Yeah.
So she
Baggins
set up...
What?
She told us
hell?
some research. She set up a kitten bonding room, which sounds kinky.
It does sound. I've been in a couple of kitten bonding rooms. They told me I wasn't allowed crisps in there, so I wasn't there for very long. I assume it's the same.
It was just our study. No,
It's never as glamorous as they advertise. I can tell you that.
I think study is the sexiest of all the rooms.
This is my study.
And don't you feel it? Are you not wet? What?
By that, I mean clammy. Yeah, constantly clammy.
Okay, that's all you can hope for. No, so we just put them in the study and closed the door and put a paper sign up saying kitten bonding room. And we set up a webcam.
Okay.
And we were like, we'll like let them just get used to the house and the smells for a couple of days.
Whilst watching them like the Eye of Sauron.
Well, you don't want to like miss out on the kitten years.
No.
We did. Because it turns out they just hid. And then eventually, like, they did slowly come out and you'd watch them and you're like, oh, great. I'm watching kittens. I'm not getting any of the fun of, like, cuddling a kitten.
Let me touch them.
And I think we were like, yeah, but this will be great because it introduces them slowly and then they'll become so much more relaxed and so much. But if anything, I think it separated us more.
They're like, there's monsters outside this door and they're watching us. It's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, I don't think they ever fully bonded with us.
They're like, they come every night.
We weren't in the kitten bonding room. If anything, they just bonded with the hammock attached to a radiator in the study.
And how long were they in this kitten bonding room?
I think like 3 days, but it turns out like cats are only kittens for a really short amount of time. And
yeah, it's 2 hours.
they were cats by the time they came out.
It's real
and they
Benjamin
did
Button.
not know who we were. Had
like,
no
I think
interest.
that's that lady that kept picking me up.
They had no interest in cohabitating a space with us. They were very used to then having their own space.
Oh, of course.
And I regret that.
Yeah.
Because like we got Heidi in the end. Once, you know, I love an old cat when they're like too old to resist.
Yes.
You?
That's wait, I said yes, but I would like further clarification, please.
Just like
on that.
they're too tired to
And when
fight.
you said that you got Heidi in the end, knowing that sadly she has passed away, do you mean that you got Heidi in the end,
No,
or
she
that
died of cancer.
Oh well,
whilst
that's a
I was
fun
at
turn,
the
isn't it?
Edinburgh Fringe. Week one, she was absolutely fine when I left. I didn't say bye.
I want to just pause and say the only reason I laughed at that, some might say
because
cackled,
I'm famously unhinged at the Edinburgh Fringe.
because Abby is at her, I'm going to say, highest frequency, like a sort of vibrational frequency of anxiety in August in Scotland's capital city.
Yeah, it's bad time.
It's really you could sometimes when you walk off. I think you're actually just levitating through anxiety. I don't see your feet moving.
Yeah, I'm just like an inch taller.
And you think, well, as long as nothing out of the ordinary happens to Abby right now, as long as there's no extra pressure in any direction from anywhere, she's going to be just fine. Week one?
Week one. Well, this was Pleasance Reserve, so I was living with strangers as well.
No.
This was their first.
And I have heard some stories about those strangers, so it wasn't exactly
this was
joyous.
their first impression of me. Was I'd left my favourite baby girl all
Healthy
fine,
and well.
happy and well at home. Didn't even say bye to her because I was like, I'll be back.
I'll see you later.
I regretted it, but I was like, he'll be fine.
Never read the end of that book.
Got a text from Dad. Can you ring me? Always bad sign.
And you're like, oh, hope it's a sibling. Come on.
Yeah, and then he was like, it's really bad. She's suddenly very ill. But we'll go for the scan. We'll spend loads of money. And I was like, yeah, go for the scan. Then
sell that motorbike equipment that you don't need anymore.
and then a second, phone call.
Oh.
It's not good. She's gonna have to be put down at 4:00.
Oh, that day.
So then I went and watched Rob Madge. And I sat there next to Dee Allen, who I had met only a day or so before.
Solid series of choices that you're making here.
And then I went, my cat's dying right now. During maybe his third number. And I never quite saw why that show got such good reviews, to be
Review 1. Everyone loved it except one lady in the audience who was weeping loudly at the back from 4 p.m. onwards.
Everyone said that was a feel-good show. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't need to boo the whole way through. You don't know what struggle is.
Have some respect.
Why is everybody
I can't believe you're doing a tap number right now.
A tap number I voluntarily placed myself in the audience for.
I thought it'd be better to be distracted, but it turned out it was horrible.
So we've gone and got Abby's mum's cheat sheet of all the things that Abby is supposed to know about Jekyll, her long-time cat. Now I'm seeing that was approximately born 2009.
Yeah?
He's an old cat.
Yeah, he's quite old now, but he's never grown.
And yet you know nothing about him.
Well, no, okay, now we're going to find out what I've got right.
All right, give us the bits.
Jekyll, born approx Easter 2009. He's 15 to 16. No, he's 15, 16 soon.
Oh.
We got him because, see, I got this right. We got him because we'd gone to get his sister, who was grey and white kitten, and we couldn't leave him behind. Different stories.
Yeah,
there.
totally different. Totally different.
Couldn't leave him behind. Like, they wouldn't
Forced.
let us.
Absolutely forced.
She then just says, you can't train a cat. Don't know what that's in
Feels like she's just shirking the responsibility there, I would say.
The grossest thing was the puncture wound that was so deep you could see his insides. Got that right?
Ugh, tick, tick, tick.
Pet regret, the amount of money it cost to save his life. We weren't insured.
You weren't insured?
We weren't insured. No, we've never had pet insurance.
Is there?
Because we've never needed it until then.
Oh, yeah, because that's definitely how insurance works. You're like, well, I've never needed it, so I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
But now we need it. I wish we'd had it. Everybody, if you're listening, get your pet insured. Get your pet insured. I've insured mine for £3 million.
She says, wish we'd known in advance how accident prone he was. She goes, he's very funny because he makes strange yowling noises. Sounds like he's in pain. La, la, la,
Can
la.
you give us an example of the yowling noising?
So this is usually after he's been fed. It's his celebration.
Oh, it's a
and it'll go.
Maybe he's got serious digestive problems. I like the echo. I'm going to make you do that in a church one day because the acoustics are incredible. Oh, a cat just came out from under us.
Where did she come from?
Like
oh my God, do I have the power?
I think you have the power to summon.
That
cat wasn't in the house before. You summoned that.
I just summoned a cat from beneath the sofa.
Which is the last thing I want is more cats in this place. But no more cats. She's coming back. She's like, how dare you say that to me?
I think I'm saying something arousing.
Yeah, I mean, she's flirting.
I want to know what this means. What is Jekyll saying?
She's showing us her bum hole right now. One more time. Let's see what she does. She came running to you. She doesn't like the touch. Nothing. Okay, Abby, this is weird. This is... Every time you do it, she gets closer. And she's doing like a bowing motion now. She's become Queen of the Cats.
Oh no. I will keep doing this until she gets on my lap.
Yeah, but every time you do it, I say something which repulses her.
Okay, calm down. Everybody calm down.
Okay.
Okay.
Lost it.
I've lost it.
Lost it. Lost it.
Send me that clip though, because I think I could submit that for something.
Yeah. A diagnosis.
I think I just unlocked a real skill. And it's quite exciting, and I think that's my new reality TV show.
You were really looking
Whisperer.
for something to focus on for the end of this month, and I think this is it.
I was looking for direction.
Some people do their taxes at this time of year, but I think that's ridiculous. Focus on that. You could.
That was crazy, right?
Yes, but I mean crazy in a different way.
Okay. Can I? The final thing about Jekyll that Mum has written is personality is nervous and unsure of himself.
Oh, what a through the lens of your mother's eyes,
but very
unsure of
cute
himself.
and loves a cuddle and a lap.
Absolute
Who's
polar
lap?
opposite from what you said. You were like, done.
No, okay, look.
Look.
He will come on your lap sometimes, but like I said, very tense,
Very tense.
and you're on a timer.
I've had boyfriends like that. It's very similar. Isn't it?
What, they're just doing the type 5.
They're like, oh,
They've got their little vibrating watch. Like, sorry, Eva, that's our time.
No, I won't run over. It's unprofessional. Yet they do on stage. Anyway.
Girl, they do. They do. They love to. Especially now that you've got to get a clip.
Now you got to get those clips.
When I get those
And
clips.
some of us will do almost anything
Even.
for a clip.
Ow.
How I sound like a pod of whales. Oh my gosh, she's coming back. Okay, let me try. Thank you for looking directly at me, Fiora.
No, it's too high.
She didn't even
It's more
look
guttural.
at me.
It's more guttural.
She looked right at you.
No.
What am I Ow! I don't know what guttural means.
This can't be the rest of the podcast.
It's going to be every episode from now on. Be like, we'll put Fiora at the other end of the room. The guest has to summon her using only vocal cords. Oh, she's in your shoe. She's chosen you. All right, I'll finish this.
No, I think... Sorry, carry on.
She's scared of me.
It got a reaction.
That's all I want, really. That's how we are differing in our comedy. You strive for perfection and impact, and I make a lot of noise.
No, I've lost it.
Turns out I was pretty good the whole time. Just didn't know it. Oh no, she's using me to get over to you. Okay, fair enough. I've got a question. Got one silly one.
I'll answer in cat. I speak it now.
Not like parcel tongue. There's a gross joke in there, isn't there? We'll just leave it out for the imagination of the audience. Hey, baby. If you could have any animal, right?
Yeah.
Budget is unlimited, and my fabulous producer Alice has a set of morals, so insists that I put this caveat in. That cat just fell off the sofa because she's obsessed with you now. There's no ethical boundaries to this. Take your focus away from bonding with that cat on a soul level, please, and answer my stupid questions. If you could have any pet, any animal in the world as a pet, or imaginary, no budget, no ethical problems with it, so don't come at us, what would you want? Any creature.
It's it's just so hard because I think I just want a bigger cat.
I'm finding this in my exploration into the world of pet lovers. Cat people don't stray outside the cat boundary.
They're just so...
Dog people are like, dragon, unicorn.
Well, no, but I was going to say, if it didn't have to exist,
yeah,
it would be Toothless the dragon from How to Train Your
it's
Dragon.
a very good one.
But that dragon is a cat.
Yeah, right.
And that's why I suddenly had the realization of it's still just a cat.
It's just a big cat.
It's
that
a
can
big
fly.
cat that can fly. I would love one that could fly because that would help. Because then I don't have to commute.
And smooth. You like a smooth cat?
Yeah, it's a bold cat.
It's a big, bold,
It's
fire
a
breathing,
big, bold,
flying
cat. It's perfect.
It's perfect.
It is perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe it could also read minds.
Okay. All right. We've gone too far. I'm putting some boundaries in with this. Read minds. That would help. What would you just be
I'd just be like,
Does she hate me?
yeah.
That's what you'd use the power for. You have a dragon with mad levels of
But I
power,
just
and you're
want
like,
kind of
I think she actually
before we went
didn't like
into
my
a
show.
room, I'd be like, okay, be honest. Do these people like me?
And the cat would be like, no. And then
I'd
you'd
be
be like,
like,
burn the room!
burn it to the ground. These people are useless to me.
Game of Thrones ending. It's all coming together now.
I think this is my dream pet. It's got it all. This is like a multi-use Hoover or something. Do you,
Absolutely. And no
it
one's...
blows, it sucks.
Okay. It can tell you who hates you or who just is an overthinker. Brilliant. All right, you can have Toothless the dragon on the assumption
It reads minds.
it actually reads minds, can defeat your enemies, and is in essence, if we had to categorize it, a large, bald, flying cat. Why? And this is our serious question.
Oh.
Why do you think we have pets as people?
Validation.
Wow. without a hesitation.
Well, Alice did prep me with these questions earlier. Sorry to ruin the magic.
But this is all off the cuff. Actually, it is very much off the cuff.
But I do think that's true.
Yeah.
I think people are lonely and need love. But but we don't really like other people.
You're using we a lot in this.
Do you like other people?
I like you. I like Alice.
I'm a cat.
So is Alice. But I'm a dog person, dog reptile person. As I've clearly said, the normal group of people, dog reptile people, reptile dog people, however you want to say it. We're not fussy because we're reptile dog people. Notoriously, that's what we're like. We're like, oh, Eva, she's such a reptile dog person. Notoriously unfussy.
So why do you think we need pets? I think it's company.
Company is a huge part of it,
Yeah.
definitely. But I also think it's about buying little hats. About accessorizing.
No, I think it's company and it's mental health. It's why everyone got one in lockdown. It's just they can't be evil. Oh, that was really deep.
Yeah, they can't be evil.
Maybe. They are kind of like an innocent...
Yes.
As long as you treat them well.
Yeah.
Unless they're a dud, they'll treat you well.
Yeah, I think it's a sort of pure type of affection and love.
Yeah.
That I think often humans don't get to experience a lot in the world. And I think that connection is very, and you've got to have a lot of empathy to be a good pet owner, haven't you? Because the cat or the dog or the reptile is never going to say, excuse me, I don't like how you use that tone of voice. It's just going to claw out your eyes or burn a whole room of dissenters in your case. Yeah. All right. So maybe you're all right with validation.
Yeah, it is.
Validation.
But I guess, it's they're very forgiving animals.
And maybe people just don't like owning expensive things like motorbikes. And
I'd have a cat over a motorbike any day.
100%. But if you went with Toothless the dragon, that's basically like a motorbike cat.
That's true. I'd wear a helmet.
I bet you would as well.
Yeah,
really lowering the
100%.
cool points down there.
Hey, I came off a line bike the other day, and I'm here to tell the tale because I was wearing a helmet.
Were you? You're the only person in London that wears a helmet on a line bike.
Yeah, it was embarrassing having to walk a screaming line bike back whilst wearing a helmet, but it saved my life. I did a flip.
Oh my god.
Felt
Right,
I
another
felt-
conversation.
Look.
Oh my gosh.
So, wear a helmet, guys.
From the animals that you've had,
Yes, only cats.
only cats.
A long line of cats.
A long line of feline creatures.
Mm.
What is the grossest thing that's happened?
Yes. Well, we had a cat. So as I say, we have only adopted, which means we've had a long line of cats with mental health issues.
Yes.
of varying degrees.
But like a mystery box.
But
aren't
they're
they?
all so lovable for them. Apart from Baggins, who pissed everyone.
Named after the famous Bilbo Baggins.
No, well,
the pissy hobbit.
No, we also have our cats change their name as they go, really. Apart from Jekyll and Hyde, because it was such a good cat
Yeah.
name. But he started as Sooty, then Sootbag the Bag.
Okay, cool.
Sootbag. Baggins.
Sootbag. Then to Baggins.
To Baggins.
Oh.
And then he was just Baggins. But
Joy just passed. Okay, the cat just collapsed sideways.
I want a clip of that. That was adorable.
I think she's unconscious. Oh
No.
no.
She's alive. It's going to be
It was
okay.
your siren song.
We're nearly there.
It's your siren song.
Okay. Bye, Joy. No?
No.
It is distracting. So Baggins, he just went a bit senile, I think. We're not sure, but he started spraying, like cats, with cats spray,
yeah.
even though he'd had his balls taken.
Oh,
But
so
he
you
still,
really committed.
Yeah, so really he was just peeing really hard. Because he couldn't actually spray.
No.
But he just managed to still get a jet at a horizontal angle.
Incredible.
And that was a big issue at Christmas because he didn't understand an outdoor tree being indoors. Because usually he would spray in the garden, but sometimes he sprayed like a cupboard. But these cupboards are easy
Yeah, easy
to
wipe
wipe
down.
down, But we did have to keep all of the living room doors. I don't want to say all.
Your palatial roundabout-like house.
Mansion.
We had to close all 18 doors
No,
to the living room.
we
It was
did
outrageous.
have 2 doors to the living room because one went into the kitchen, one went into
like a normal
the hallway.
Yeah.
But it just sounds like a lot of doors. Anyway, it does sound grand.
Then there was the trap door.
And then and then there was the door we couldn't open.
that we didn't even say was there.
We didn't
We didn't
we were
acknowledge the
told
door.
not to talk about that
yeah.
door.
Locked on the inside.
Anyway, so we had to put little signs on the door being like, keep this door closed for a pee-free Christmas. Especially for any visitors as well.
Yeah.
Because if he peed on the tree, which he had done before, with the presents beneath it, everyone's
Busy
present.
Christmas would stink.
Yeah, and some did. I'm really sure
That's not coming
you had
out.
to check the
Just like,
paper.
this
before-
one's for Dad.
There was a little dot.
This one's for Mum. I'll
Like,
keep this one.
Oh, I think all of these are Baggins' presents. I think he's claimed these.
He's going to have a
It
lot
was
of
a
hats.
bad year to buy mum cashmere. Yeah, so that was a busy time in our life.
Do you know the only way to beat that?
Um,
You have to piss under the tree.
yeah, I
you
don't think
really
I could get
claim
the
it
angle
back.
he got.
You just got to commit.
That cat also went missing for like 4 months. We were like definitely dead.
Yeah, 100%.
But I insisted my parents still put up posters.
Yeah.
And then a guy came round. He was like, I think your cat's living in my garage. And he was an ice cream man. And he literally lived like a road over. And Baggins had just been living in an ice cream man
Garage?
van.
You just been living in there?
Garage.
Just eating ice cream?
Just eating ice cream for 4 months. And he came back and he was fine.
Your
And he
sister
lived like
set
another
up
year.
A detox room for ice cream.
Everyone's like, this is a weird lemon flavour ice cream. Never eat yellow snow.
Why is there ice cream all over that Christmas tree? It's like, don't ask. Don't ask. It's the only way he feels comfortable now, according to my sister. Ice cream has to be everywhere. Just let him settle in, but don't make eye contact. Thank you, Abby, for coming on to our weird little podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Delighted. And thank you, of course, to Joy and Fiora, who've been
Huge thanks.
floating around here again,
For
ignoring
helping.
my existence and choosing our guest.
And discovering my skill.
And is there anything you would like to tell the audience, which is effectively just my mother?
Oh, yeah. No, my dad will listen too.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Invite me round.
Hi, Dad. As you know, I'm going on tour with my
Yes.
show Role Model that you've had to do a lot of counselling for.
It's most of
I
it's
really
like,
appreciate the support, Dad.
get on
stage. Yeah, I'm going on tour April, May. I'm going to a lot of places.
You are.
Can't tell you off the top of my head.
you're going to pretty much.
Eva's supporting me at the ones she can do.
Yes, I'm delighted, and I've seen the show, and it's fantastic. It's really, really funny,
you.
and I wouldn't say that if it wasn't.
And also, I might be. I mean, it's been doing a podcast for Chester Zoo
No.
while we're talking to animal lovers. Yeah, I'm gonna go visit the zoo and like interview zookeepers.
Abby, it's my dream.
It's pretty cool.
Oh
You
my
can
God.
come if you want.
Yeah, I'll just be in the background.
I just can't pay you.
I don't care.
Sick.
I
Yeah,
don't
come.
care.
For sure, come.
Oh my God.
That would be fun.
Giant. Can I get near the giant tortoises?
yeah.
I
Do
shouldn't
they have
phrase
them?
it like that. I won't phrase it like that.
Do
Can
you
I-
like?
Can I get near
I'm in charge.
the giant tortoises? I love them. Okay, yes, I'm going with. I'll bring snacks.
And you
Human
can follow
snacks.
me online at Abi Clarke Comedy.
Fantastic.